again, happier times at the Retro Arcade and Fascination, and we are here on the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. Now, you might remember an episode ago, I was telling you about that new game that I got, and they broke my game. They smashed the glass and didn't even tell me about it. I was standing right here, and the game was sitting there, and I had to open for the weekend, and what am I going to do? Well, I'll tell you what you got to do. You have to fix it. So I spent the next couple days putzing around with this. Over here now there's whack-a-moles. Why? They were over there because I had to move the whack-a-moles in order to make room for the other game. You see? This is how everything hinges upon everything else. Now, here it is, the set shot basketball. Now, it doesn't even really look like the same machine. If you go back to the prior episode and you look at the machine, you will see I have completely refinished the sides of the machine, completely refinished the frame. Remember, it was white and it was all scuffed up and awful. So now it's beautiful wood grain on all sides except the back. Now, I didn't do this because this would take too much time to dry, and I'd have to have numbers stenciled or made, and number that says west side, east side. So this is worn, and it'll have to remain worn for the time being. But the glass has been replaced, and because I cannot get a glass company to do this with any kind of expediency, I had to make a new glass out of polycarbonate. So the Randy Engineering Company had to remove it and measure it just so, because this is an odd-shaped parallelogram, okay? And this had to be cut just precisionally to fit in with your moldings. And then there was all glass on the play field and splinters. I cut myself. Somebody was joking on my Facebook about don't cut yourself. Yes, I did cut myself. I'm looking for the scars. They might have healed already because they were small scars, but I got all those little cuts on my fingers and the sides of my fingers, the kind that burn and all things of this nature. And it wasn't too bad, but it hadn't worked in a while. And you know, one of the worst parts about these old games, these push chutes, the slide coin chutes, they are horrendous. Why are they so horrendous? Well, these coin chutes are held on with 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, which you have to access from the back of the machine. Well, how do you get to it? There's very poor access. Now, I happen to have the key, so we can open up our special access door if you put the key in the right way. One way or the other way. One of them's got to work. Come on, come on. Don't fight with me now. All right, there we go. So here you have your access door, and here you have your slide. Well, that's not so bad. You can reach right over there, huh? Yeah, well, good luck, Jose, because there's stuff all around it, and you can't get to it. How are you going to get your hand on it? Here's the coin wood that doesn't come off. So it took literally 2 hours. 2 hours to change that coin slide. Well, why did you have to change the coin slide? Well, here's the original coin slide. Okay, how do coin slides work? Right, this is what's on the inside of the machine. This is mounted on the machine. This is on the inside. This is on the outside. This was a quarter. So if I put a quarter in the coin slide and I push it in, first thing it does is this lever here will, on a spring, will push down into the hole if there's no coin there. But there is a coin, so it can't push down. So it passes that test. You see how I'm passing there? Right? If the coin wasn't in it, it would fail. See how that goes down? Okay, so with the coin in the hole, it knows it's there. And also, if there was a gap between the coin and the plate, which is cut to the size of a quarter, that would fall in, but it can't. So that passes. Then it passes some other tests, which are going to be the size on the width. All right, and then over here you have another width size. And then you have ratchets, which are going to go in, and the coin comes out on the bottom because I passed all the tests, and then it'll come back down the other way. You see? Now, let's say I go halfway in. I can't come back. I can't pull back because it forces you. Here's my coin. It hasn't come out yet. If I push all the way, the coin will fall out of the hole down into the coin slide, and it comes back. Isn't that neat? They're actually pretty fun. They've made them in different configurations over the years. Gosh, I'm old. I remember when they had penny ones. And then I remember when they had 2-cent ones. And 2 cents were like a penny, or one on top of another, which made it thicker. And it knew from the thickness if there was 1 or 2 pennies in there, it would trigger the safety. So they made them in nickels, dimes, quarters, foreign coins, all kinds of things. And this is the way it works. Well, how does that tell the machine that it's okay to work? There's different ways that they work with these coin slots. These holes here on the end usually have some sort of attachment on it. It could be something special configured by the manufacturer, or it could be as simple as a bolt going through a hole. This one has a bolt going down and a bolt going up. And you can see it in here on this coin slide. Now you see on the left, you see that green thing with tape on the bottom? That's held on to the back of the coin slide with a bolt. And all that is a press button from a machine. Somebody put that on there because that's not original. On the other side, if you look further in, you see this black tape here? That's another bolt, and that's going upwards. So they use the 2 holes on the ends for bolts, one going up, one going down. And the reason for it is it has multiple functions. If you can see in there, gotta really see it. You see what the black thing is pressing? There's a contact. So as you move the coin slide, it's activating a switch. There's another contact further back, so it knows when it's in a home position as it's when it's pushed up. So there's a couple contacts there. There's a contact here. See that? That I'm hitting with my finger. See that? It's a little too close. There we go. That will, when this goes all the way up, that'll push that. When it's all the way back, it knows it. Then you have the bottom piece here. It looks like your bicycle when you were a kid, where you had that bell on the handlebars. Remember going ring, 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 ring? That's called a bell timer. And what it is, it's a mechanical device that will slowly return. And when you push this in, it will push this lever up. And it turns the machine on because there's contacts in there. And then, if you can hear it, it's ticking. You hear that little bit of a ticking, ticking, ticking? It's counting back on a timer, and when this gets back to the position of trigger, it will turn the machine off by separating the contacts. So this is actually controlling the length of time you're playing the game. But what does this one do? You heard the clicking. When you push it all the way in, that's resetting the scores. And when it's in the all the way back position, that allows the machine to function because you pushed it in, you reset the scores. When it comes all the way back, it's now in home position and it'll allow the machine to run. So different machines have different purposes for the push slides. That's the way this one works. So let me get some quarters. Why did I change it? Because I can't run this machine at a quarter today. I have to run this machine at more. So my choice was, what can I run it at? Could I run it at 50 cents? Well, yes, but it's a very old machine and we get too much play. So it reads 4 quarters, and they're vertical quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4. When I push it in, it passes the test. It'll go all the way in. It'll push the lever up and pushing the reset. And when I return, the machine comes on. Notice the lights in the machines did not come on with the coin slot up. If the coin slot is pushed up, the lights are not on, the machine is not running. When it's back, the machine will run. All this machine does, mechanically, is count scores and spin the balls. There's a spinner in the middle. You see it? That's turning at a high speed. Your balls are in different pockets with a number. You push the number. I got a score. Did you see it? It went in. I got a score. So let's push the other one. Over here. That's too hard. Number 4. Number 3. Number 4. Where are they? I got another score. Number 1. Same guy's winning. It's a 2-player game. 1 person on each side. Wait, that one guy's doing pretty good. I'm right-handed, so you have to understand that. I got 10 points already on that one score. 12 points. I'm out of time. the balls are still around. So you can still shoot them until they actually fall down into the pocket in the middle. You still have gameplay. One by one, we're losing balls. Down to one ball left. Oh, there's another one here. And there we have the set shot basketball. Isn't that a fun game? The Richman Products Corporation at 578 Carroll Street in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn 15. Isn't that something? Now, I wonder if I need some parts. You think I can call Mr. Richman? You think they still have parts? Are you kidding? So, these are your counters, simple steppers, up, down steppers, are actually up reset steppers, not up, down, that's something different. One side, the other side, and I can raise my score. See my score go up and go back, raise my score. Every time it pulses. I saw one of them didn't light right, let's see. There he is. He's gonna have to clean him up a little bit. There he is. The other side. Tie score! A little bell that activates when you make your score. Relay, power supply. Pretty simple machine. Not a lot to this one, but a fun game. It's all done mechanically with the levers which are underneath the machine which go over to your holes. And they're actually precisionally set so that when you hit, they actually will go towards the basket that you want them to go into. I used to play this game when I was in Playland. Playland in North Lavalette, Bryn Mawr Avenue to Shore House. Most of my memories were made from those early years. They had one right near the front door. Then they must have sold it, they got something else and it was gone. You didn't get to play it again. And it was years before I saw another one, years. And I ended up buying one. It wasn't the one I got from Playland. I didn't get that one from Playland, it was something else. But it was just like it, I was so happy to have it. And I had it at the Boardwalk Mall. Yes, you might have remembered seeing it there. People used to go by and they loved the scenery in it and they would play it there. I had TV monitors sitting on top of it. I loved that machine a lot. But you know what? When they threw us out of the mall, it cost me a ton of money to have trucks come and move all that stuff out of there and paying storage, whatever. And I was hurting for money, and so somebody wanted to buy it, and I did something I really don't like to do and don't usually do. I sold my set shot basketball machine. Hurt me very much to do so, but I had to because I needed the money. People think I'm a millionaire because I got all these machines. I'm not. I work for quarters. So for years I felt bad about that. I'm out of the mall now 8 years. Then I saw one come up. A friend of mine who I knew up in New England had one for sale. So I bought it. And it wasn't in as good a shape as mine. Mine was fine, I didn't have to do anything to it. But I bought it. And I paid all that money to ship it. And then it came broken. So of course I had to fix it. And I have it on the floor. And it doesn't matter to me whether people play it or not. Oh, they'll play it. It doesn't matter. Because these are one of the machines that I wanted to have. So it's back in my collection. And I'm very happy to have it. And every machine has some kind of connection like that. Some, they trigger the real early memories, which are important to hold on to. So the set shot hockey, the set shot basketball is back in my collection, and I'm very happy to have it. Oddly enough, the one I had in the mall, the slide coin chute wasn't on the side on the right. It was in the middle. And the door opened, and the whole thing came out like this. And it was actually easier to work on the coin chute. It must have been an improvement. This must be an older model because it's very hard to work on. But I will tell you this, mechanically, the other one was more difficult to work on. This one has a big door that opens in the front. My other one had a side door that you had to slide the works out of it. So you'd have to pull the machine out in order to work on the sides. Here I can do it from the front. But this one is on wheels. Look at this. Look at this, it's on wheels. I can wiggle this out and wiggle it back in without too much difficulty. So, I miss my other one, but this one will hold me over and make me happy. And I hope it made you happy by seeing another fun-filled episode of the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. See guys, you knew I wasn't gonna leave that thing broken. We'll see you next time. Bye now.